Hi, this is going to be a tutorial on how to use the latest version of Shawrisheets online score sheets. I'd like to personally thank you for using this product, and we welcome any and all feedback to our emails, or you can use the feedback form here once you're done with the tournament. Let's go ahead and get started. When you open up your Google Drive with all the score sheets and documentation, you'll see something sort of like this. These may not necessarily be called mod, but these score sheets are for the individual moderators for each room. This sheet contains the roster information, and this sheet compiles the stats automatically. So first, let's start out by going to the roster sheet. Before every tournament, each tournament director will have to fill out the rosters for each team and the division, if there are any, that they're playing in. So for example, we can fill out example teams as below. So let's say we have Brown A, and let's say we have Columbia A as our two teams for this example. Now, obviously, there'll be a lot more teams to fill out, but let's just pretend that we've finished with all of our teams for this tournament. Now, over here, you're going to want to select whether you're using powers for this tournament, and if you are, whether they're worth 15 points or 20 points. That's all you need to do here. Make sure when you're done, copy this link, and we'll move on to the first moderator score sheet to show you how to set up that. When you open the score sheet, you will see something like this page here. Take the URL you just copied and paste it here. Now, most of the times it will ask you to allow access over here. Make sure to click yes. And voila! We have our team names right here and each player. Now, when you're ready to start scorekeeping, click this bottom button here and navigate to the round you are keeping score for. For example, if you were keeping score for round 1, you would go to score sheet named R1. Here, this score sheet looks a lot like your paper score sheet, except with a few key differences that I will point out. First thing you want to do is pick the two teams that are playing from this drop-down. Do not type them in manually. So we have Brown A, and we have Columbia. And once you're done with that, pick the team members from the drop-downs as well. So I'll pick everyone as so. And then do so for the other team. Let's say Michael isn't playing for this tournament. We would just simply skip over his name and move on to the next player. Once you're ready for that, you're ready to start scorekeeping. And treat this as it was a regular paper score sheet. So under this column, you write down how many toss-up points they got on a particular toss-up. So let's just say Walter got 10 points on this toss-up. You would give him 10 points there. And then in column H, we would record bonus points. And let's do the same for Columbia. Let's say Will Power is the next toss-up for 15 points. Then we would give him 30 points on the bonus points in column P. If your tournament is using bounce backs, you want to use columns I and O respectively for each team. If your tournament is using categories, you will mark that for each toss-up here. If the toss-up goes dead, meaning that no team answers the question, let's create an example. Say James makes this toss-up, and then no team converts it. You're going to want to mark this as dead. Now, hypothetically, we would have finished the score sheet. Once all the game is done, you want to make sure to click, is the game done? And that will record all the stats in the tabulation score sheet. If a certain team forfeits a match, you want to click the forfeit button. If, let's say, Noah only played half a game you would change this 1 to 0.5 games played. This is all the features of the moderator score sheet that you'll have to edit. These other tabs are for automatic score tabulation. You'll notice here in team standings that it's keeping track of win-loss, PPG, power count, net count, etc. Individual standing keeps tracks of everyone's individual stats. And in this case, we're not using category statistics or conversion statistics. Now let's move on to the tournament combined score sheet. Once again, we're going to need to copy the roster sheet URL into the teams list page. Let's do that. And we're going to need to allow access again. Okay, looks like we're good to go. This page here will be used to keep track of team standings, but you'll notice that stats aren't updated. That's because we need to copy the URL of each moderator score sheet and paste them here, as so. And you'll notice, once again, we have to do the allow access. Oh, yeah, there we go. And voila, stats have now updated. Some other helpful pages include round progress, where you can check whether certain rooms are done. I think rune 3 is listed as true because I was using it for you'll notice I was using it for another demo. But when you click is the round finished, this will change from false to true. Alright, that's about it. The tournament director before the tournament will need to have all the score sheet URLs copied down here, and each score sheet will have to have the roster URL copied here. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to email me or DM me on Discord. Thank you.